Hello friends! Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. I am Rue, and today we are continuing on with the series I've been doing where I use every single shade in every single palette in my collection. And today we get to play with the Lonely Scarecrow. So this palette came into my collection in September of 2025 from the Eyescream Beauty Box. So it is a little bit newer to my collection compared to some of the other ones that I've been playing with, but I'm so excited to be dipping into this palette and playing with everything in the palette. So let's go ahead and create those looks together. Alrighty guys, for look number one, I thought we'd focus mostly on the greens and as well as the brown. I might pull the black in, but I might just save that for the next look. I'm not sure yet, but let's start by focusing on the two green mattes and the brown. So Fields, Crops, and Tatty Hat. We're gonna start with Fields, and I'm just grabbing that on a nice large fluffy brush, and we're going to fluff that pretty high up on the crease there. I might even lightly blend it all the way up to my brow bone. Just kind of doing a nice soft starting point. Alright, I think I'm happy with that. Let's go into that darker green matte next. We're gonna go into Crops, just with a smaller fluffy brush here, and we're gonna put that a little bit more in that crease line and just deepen everything up. So I'm just kind of pressing that into the whole crease area and then blending. All right, now we're gonna deepen up the outer edge with the brown Tatty Hat. So I'm just picking it up with this slightly denser fluffy brush, pressing that on this outer corner and pulling it into the crease about a third of the way. Oh, it looks like we went about halfway, but that's okay. Now I'm gonna go back into the first fluffy brush, that nice big one, just to soften all of the edges and blend everything together. All right, I like how that's looking. So let's go ahead and add some shimmers using my NYX glitter primer. And we're gonna be putting Fall all over the lid, and then we're going to be using Sprouts, that's such a cute shade, in the inner corner and on the brow bone. Alright, going in with my NYX glitter primer just on this small flat brush, and we're going to pop that on the eyelid. Now going into Fall, which is the darker of the two shimmers, we're going to pop that all over the lid, just with the same brush that I applied the glitter primer with. Okay, let's go in with that other green now. So picking up Sprouts, and we're just picking it up on a little tiny brush here and popping that on the inner corner. I'm almost wondering if I should have went with a different color, something to pop a little bit better. I'm gonna pull that lighter green up a little more too. I'm almost thinking I should have used Raggedy, but it's okay. We'll just have a very green leaning look today. Grabbing a little more Sprout and just popping that right here on the brow bone. And then with my finger, I like to pull it out a little bit. We're just gonna touch it up using the first fluffy brush. I didn't want to bring that shimmer too far down, so I just want to kind of brush away the excess that got on the matte. All right, now I need to decide what I want to do on the lower lash line. I kind of want to bring that red onto the lower lash line. Wouldn't that be cute? So let's grab a little bit of my NYX glitter primer. Ooh, should we do the black and then top it with the red? That way I use the black up, because I don't think I want to use it in my next look. So let's go with the black, and then we're going to top it with Leaves. So going into Crows, and I'm just going to wipe the brush off and we'll use a different brush because I still have to do the other eye actually. So same type of brush though, and we're just going to pick up that glitter primer and pop that on the lower lash line. And now I'm just picking up Leaves and placing that over top of that lower lash line. I almost wish I didn't put the green up there, because then I could have put the red up there too. Maybe I could still do that, and then it could be like a mix of the green and red. I think that might look really cute. Let's do that. Alright, we're gonna go into Leaves on this small brush, and we're just gonna add that to the brow bone as well, and just kind of pulling it out a little bit. Alrighty guys, so I think that's all I'm gonna do for eyeshadow for this look. So I'm gonna hop off, finish off the rest of the face, and then I will come back and show you the completed look. Alrighty guys, we are back with the completed look and I'm feeling very cute. I stayed in my pajamas because it's given pajama day vibes for me today. So to finish off this look, I went in with my Bratz and Beauty Creation collab. This is the eyeliner. I just went in with the gel side, and then for my mascara I went in with my e.l.f. Lash and Roll. I'm trying to get it emptied out now. I also went in with my e.l.f. brow pencil. This one's in brunette. For my face I went in with my e.l.f. Sun Touchable primer, and then I went in with my Wet n Wild tinted hydrator in light mixed with some of my Juvia's Place concealer. This one is also going to be empty very soon here. The foundation is a little dark for me, so I always lighten it up a little bit. Then I went in with a cream blush from Cosmic Beauty. This one is in Nutmeg. I love this blush. It's so pretty. I went in with a cream stick highlighter. There's a hair on it. This is from Moonslice Beauty and it's in Girly Pop. Then I went ahead and set my face with just a little bit of my Wet n Wild loose setting powder. This one's in Translucent. I did do a second blush. I went in with my Game Beauty blush. This one is in Queen. And then I tried a new product. So I got this freckle pen in my advent calendar, my 15 days of beauty from Shoppers Drug Mart. I've been opening one a day every day during Christmas, and that's still being opened as of when I'm filming this. As of when you guys are seeing it, I've long finished that. It's all in my shorts and on TikTok and Instagram if you want to go see that. But I got this freckle pen from Jason Wu and I decided to do just a little tiny bit of freckles, and I think it turned out very cute. I've never used a freckle pen before, so be kind if you decide to critique me, please. For my lips, I went in with my Jeffree Star Cosmetics Liquid Lip in Poinsettia. Now, I have not bought Jeffree Star in a very long time, but I am trying to use up some of the products that I still have. And I'd say that this one is time to go into my empties. I don't know if you can see, but I was scraping the edges. It is time to go into the empties, which means one less Jeffree Star product in my collection. This was honestly like my favorite lipstick that I had from him. I used it the most, so I'm not surprised it's the first to be gone and empty. But yeah, my lips is the Jeffree Star Cosmetics in Poinsettia. Like I said, I don't buy Jeffree Star anymore, but I am trying to use up what I have. And then I did actually decide to top it because I thought it was a little more burnt, but it's a little brighter of a red, so I topped it with leaves just to give it that nice match with what's on the eyes. It was close, but it just wasn't quite what I wanted, so I did add a little bit of leaves to that color just to get it exactly to how I wanted it. That is everything I used to finish off look number 1, so let's go ahead and hop into look number 2. Alrighty guys, for look number 2, we're gonna start with straw in the brow bone area, patch, and then we'll go into autumn. It's almost gonna be like an ombre, but I think I might do something a little bit different there. And then we just have to use Raggedy and Harvest as well. I don't know which one I want on the lid versus on the inner corner yet, so we'll get to that after. So just starting with straw, and I'm just grabbing it on a nice big fluffy brush, and I'm just pulling it all throughout the crease. It's a very nice pigmented color, so I won't need a lot. Next, we're picking up patch on a slightly smaller fluffy brush, and this one we're gonna be putting all across the crease as well, just blending it into straw. And now we're gonna go in with Autumn, which is the red shade, and I want to put it on this inner corner and kind of pull it up as well as on the outer corner. I'm not going to attach them at the top though, so I'm not going to bring it into here. Alright, I think I'm going to actually also put straw just on the lid where I'm going to put the shimmer, just to kind of give it a starting base. And then we're going to go ahead and put Raggedy on the lid and Harvest on the inner corner and brow bone. So I'm going in with some NYX glitter primer and just on a pretty dense flat brush here, I'm just gonna put that on the lid, and I'm just kind of lightly putting it around the edges too. And then I'm going to pick up Raggedy on my finger and just placing that all over where I put the glitter primer. All right, I really like that. Now let's go ahead and glitter prime for Harvest as well. I don't always do glitter primer for the inner corner of brow bone, but today I'm gonna. So just on this small brush here. That's the brush I like to use for my inner corner and brow bone. I have two just like it. And I'm grabbing a little glitter primer on the same brush and we're just putting it right in this arch of my brow bone. Now we're gonna pick up Harvest, which is that pinky shade, and we're gonna put that in the inner corner and up on the brow bone. All right, I haven't left my lower lash line alone in a hot minute, so I kind of think I want to do that. So honestly, I think that's all we're doing for eyeshadow for this look. So I'm gonna hop off, finish off the rest of the face, and then I'll come back and show you the completed look. Alrighty guys, we are back with the completed look. To finish off this look, I went in with my e.l.f. Sun Touchable Primer, and then I went in with my Wet n Wild Tinted Hydrator. This one is in light, so it's a little dark, so I always pull in a little bit of my Juvia's Place Concealer in 24 just to lighten it up a little bit. I set that down with my Wet n Wild Loose Setting Powder in Translucent, and then I went in with my Be Bella Blush Quad, and I went in with Classy. I did not end up doing a highlight today because the glowy blush I felt like was just what I wanted. To finish off my eyes, I went in with my e.l.f. Lash and Roll Mascara, my ColourPop Cream Gel Liner in Extra Frosting, and I used my e.l.f. Brow Pencil. This one's in Brunette. And then for lips, I just went in with my Blend Bunny Matte Lip Cream in Sweetheart. I absolutely love this shade. And I found my Tease shade. I'm very excited to have that back in my collection. It was in a pile of my Market stuff. I must have wore it one of my other Markets recently and just left it in there. So happy to have found that. And that is everything I used to finish off the look. So let's zoom out and finish up the video. Alrighty guys, so these are the two looks I created playing with the Lonely Scarecrow from Poppy and Fluff. I really enjoy this palette. The shimmers are so fun and cute. Leaves is absolutely stunning. I really like, honestly, Raggedy as well, even though it came in a little broken. And when I pressed it in, the oil kind of seeped, but honestly, it's such a beautiful shade, and the fact that I can still use it, that's all that matters to me. I really enjoyed playing with this. I definitely want to create more looks with this palette here soon, but for now, I'm so happy I got to create a few more looks with it. So if you had a favorite look, please let me know down below. And if you enjoyed this video, giving it a thumbs up helps my channel out a lot. And if you want to see more content from me in the future, please feel free to hit that subscribe button. I love playing with indie makeup, colorful makeup. I love makeup. I really enjoy playing with it. So if you want to see that kind of content, feel free to subscribe. I also try really hard to focus on ways to utilize the makeup in my collection so that I'm not constantly buying new makeup, just because I think that that's A, more realistic for most people, and B, it's just the way that works for me because I don't get a lot of makeup in my collection. So I really do focus on utilizing what's in my collection a lot too. So if you like that vibe, feel free to hit that subscribe button. And I guess there's also a hype button if you want to click that. Apparently it helps me out too. So yeah, with all that said, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you on my next one. Bye!